much muscle as any man and can do as much work as any man. I have reaped and husked and chopped and mowed. And can any man do more than that? I have heard much about the sexes being equal. I can carry as much as any man. And I can eat as much too, if I can get it. I am as strong as any man that is now. As far as intellect, all I can say is, if a woman have a pint and a man a quart, then why can't she have her little pint full? You need not be afraid to give us our rights for fear that we will take too much. For how can we take more than our pipes will hold? The men be all up in confusion and don't know what to do. Why, children, if you have a woman's rights, give it to her, and you will feel better. You will have your rights, and they won't be so much trouble. I can't read, but I can hear. I have listened to the Bible, and I have heard that Eve caused man to sin. Well, if woman upset the world, do give her a chance to set it right side up again. All right. All right. The lady talked about Jesus and how he never spurned a woman from him. And she was right. When Lazarus died, Mary and Martha came to Jesus and with faith and love besought him to raise their brother. And Jesus wept. And Lazarus came forth. And how came Jesus into the world? Through God who created him and woman who bore him. Man, where was your part? But the women are coming up, blessed be God, and so are a few men with them. But man is truly in a tight place. The poor slave is coming up on him. The women are coming up on him. He is truly between a hawk and a buzzard. And if the first woman that God created was able to set the world upside down all on her own, then these women ought to have a chance to set it right side up again. And now they're asking to do it. The men better let them.
Revolutionaries spill light onto deaf ears, revealing light to the blind. You see, anyone can be awakened, but no amount of truth or noise will awaken someone pretending to be asleep. I shed these poems like reckless bullets shed blood onto Oakland streets, arrested mentally, so strip me. Strip me of my impurities down to my core. Tell my third eye to speak. Cleanse my womb, for it's been defiled. Blessing curses flow from my mouth like rivers. My words create streams of life or death. So hold my tongue until it's only haste to speak truth, because nowadays the truth is getting pumped. Liars rising boulders beyond measures, contingent upon closet skeletons, saturated in darkness. Flicker lights so the truth can shine bright. I'm in a battle of spiritual warfare, fighting for my life as if it was the last molecule of breath left inside of a gas chamber. This poem is for young girls and young boys, birthed to tomb wombs, convinced that they are nothing more than black drops left to water seeds for a harvest that will never grow. You see, I was held by my mother's crack pipe tears, held in my father's fears, and although she left way before May, never to see my flowers bloom in June, I was held by the spirit of Oshun. You see, new seeds begin with me. No, new seeds begin with you, because pressure bursts pipes of what diamonds are made of. So no longer can our teeth clench bullets just to stand upright on broken backs. Our fruits are the seeds of divine guidance. Our ancestors are our North Star, so follow their lead. We are the answer to the question. We are the space. We are the healing. We are the space between God and the ancestors. Shoot, we are God. We are whoever you choose to be. Create however you choose to. Let it flow ever so vividly. See, they say my language is dead. My words are hollow, and when I spit, y'all listen, but will you follow? I use my mouth as my gun and my words as my trigger. And when I spit these bullets, your soul, I want to pierce you. They say my language is dead, but my words are hollow. When I spit, they listen, but Lord, will they follow? They say my language is dead, but my words are hollow. When I spit, they listen, but Lord, will they follow? Peace.
Now, a few years before the fire, the Triangle workers did go on strike for better wages and shorter hours and better conditions. In fact, thousands of garment workers in New York City went on strike at that time, led by the International Ladies Garment Workers Union. They called it the Uprising of 20,000. Those girls, they were arrested and beaten and jailed, but they kept on striking for 14 weeks. By then, many of the smaller factories had agreed to some of the demands. But Triangle, they were one of the largest. They never did. Those girls went back to work with nothing gained. Some of those smaller factories were in the same building, but because of the shorter hours agreement, those workers had all gone home by the time the fire began on Saturday evening. If it had been otherwise, more people would have died. Did you know that the 10-story ash building, the Triangle factory, was in the top 3 stories? That building was supposed to be fireproof, one of the safest buildings in the city. The city building inspector said so. It had 2 elevators, 2 staircases, and a fire escape. But the elevators stopped working when the fire began, and the staircases were very narrow and filled with smoke. Besides, most of the doors into the stairs and the fire escape were locked.